Hi, my name is Mariana Chavez Guzman. I'm taking the class of Leadership in the Global Environment with teacher Ada, and I am going to do my reflective video about the first 5 weeks we have seen, but it's a little summary because we have seen a lot of things. In the first slide, I decided to post this about the purpose because I think that it's something that Ada has said to us a lot, and because she reminded me to have it and to be strong to my purpose, but also to be open to the ways we could do. Well, in the first week, we saw about the 21st century learner. We saw some characteristics, and I put it here three of it. The first is the strengths. The strengths are those things that you are good at, but also that you like it. The seconds are the talents, and talents are those like biological strengths we have. And the skills are those specific abilities we could develop if we work on it. And then we saw about the skills and character strengths, but we were a little confused, and Anna explained to us with these examples. So I put it here so we could remind it. It's about discipline and self-regulation. Discipline is a long term. That's a big difference between discipline and self-regulation. In discipline, it's like if you have your gym routine and you have like your subscription to the gym, but the self-regulation is like a now short term. Is if you go to the gym, if you pass through the bakery of Walmart and you don't buy anything. So that's self-regulation. Then in week number two, I put these four concepts because I think that they are so important. And sometimes we listen or read about it, or maybe we talk about it and we don't know like the what's the definition about it. So first, multicultural. Something really important about it is that the people that it's like on it don't have to be in a different geographical place. It could be like only local people. Then we have technology. Oh, also it's so important, and I think that everyone know the big step that humanity did when we start searching more about it and using it. But in this class, I think that the technology is the difference that has helped to create the globalization. And with that, we have global and international. And I will start with international. This is something like my country, other country. It could be people, it could be things, or whatever, but it's from one country to another. And global, it's like more. It's like my country to other countries, and also it could be to other continents or something like that. Then also in week number two, we saw about international business, and I like it a lot because it's so near to my career. So I am going to talk only about two of these eight firms that we saw in class, but I am because of the time, it's only going to be two examples. The first one is the joint venture. This is like Cristiano Ronaldo and Adidas. Cristiano Ronaldo do different campaigns and different things to Adidas, so that's the joint venture. And the turnkey project is like if you are doing a house in I don't know Canada and all the material is of there, but your client want to put some material that we have only in Mexico for the table of the kitchen. So we send it to Canada, and that's like a turnkey project. Then we have something in week number two about leader and versus manager. We had some difference and also we had some similarities, but because of the time, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. But I want to like remember that you have both. We have to have an emotional intelligence so big, and that no all people could be leader or manager. Then in week number 3, we start seeing more about history, about the eras, and all like that. I don't put a lot of the on like the timeline and the eras because the time, but I think that this is so important. The history is written by victors, and we saw that history has three different um like oh, well like subtitles like political, religious, and military. Then I wrote here the definition of theory because I think that in week 4 we open our minds a little bit more and start like receiving theory, but really reflecting about it and giving our points of view about it. So theory provides concepts to name what we observe and to explain relationships between concepts. Then also in week number 4, we saw about the four trait theories of personality. I'm not going to explain a lot of it, but I think this was so important. And also with this, in the same week, in week number 4, we saw about the trait theory of leadership and 5 of their characteristics. Then we saw about the leadership and other characteristics, and I'm going to spend a little bit more of the time in here. That is about the contingency leadership and the situational leadership. Here in the contingency leadership, we search the perfect context to the leader. Imagine this is the leader. So we search the perfect context so he or she could develop like at her or his maximum. Then we go to the situational leadership. Here, imagine also here is the leader. He or she has the ability to adaptability. So it doesn't matter that it's no in his or her context, he could develop it. Well, for the end or for to conclude, I want to like do so emphasis that in these 5 weeks we saw a lot of concepts, we made a lot of reflection, we learn about history a lot, and what I think that it's more important, we learn characteristics of a leader that we maybe have, but also characteristics that we could develop now that we know it. Thank you, Ada.